The 5th unit is on the line. Accepted, the 5th unit. An aviation bomb hit the minefield. After the roll call, it seems like everything is okay. So be on duty. Plus in touch. When the stabilization center receives information that there are wounded, we are called immediately. Together with the staff of the stabilization point, we receive the wounded and provide care. If there is active shelling, we do not evacuate until it is daylight. Thus, most of our departs are made in the dark. When there is some massive shelling, we evacuate later in the dark. During this rotation, once there were 7 wounded at the same time. It was in the dark, around 10 o'clock in the evening. Metro driver and paramedic, we come back from the rotation, rest for about 3 weeks and return. Sometimes it is half by half, because we have to work. I have been in the hospitals since September 2022. In civilian life, I am a freelancer. Website promotion, that is it. Search engine optimization. I am also a musician. I work in a company as a manager. This is a product company. It provides emails and Viber mailing services. Now I'm on vacation, and I have agreed at work that I will work in a month. That is, 1 month I'll be absent and 1 month will work. Drive up in 5 minutes. Plus, that's it, so we've eaten. The stove is off. Everything is off. Is the stove off? Yet it was not working. Katia, specialist and paramedic, at first, you just learn not to sympathize with the wounded too much and just concentrate on your work. I don't know, when empathy kicks in, you feel it a little bit. Well, you somehow realize that it can happen to you at any moment. You realize how bad the person in front of you feels. I realize that I should still learn and learn more. And sometimes I just worry that I will not know enough at some point.
Будеш знати в якийсь момент.
Guys, who is filming this? I'm asking again. Stop filming. We were given permission. To support the work of the team, become a sponsor of this YouTube channel. The concussion. Metro senior of the crew, the concussion. Thus, we have to drive carefully, so we are driving slowly and smoothly now. To be honest, I don't feel tired, because we are not here all the time actually. We have the possibility to come home, to work in civilian life, in civilian jobs, to spend time with our families. Headache. Do you have a headache? Nauseous. He said that a rocket arrived. There was an airstrike near the house. He was in the kitchen, I think, cooking. There were 2 of them in the house. The other one was not injured. He got a concussion. That is, it's medium. Well, the doctor said it is medium severity. He said he would show me photos of the hole done by rocket later. I'm on drip time. Well, on bad road, there can be wrong indicators, so we are waiting for a smooth road to compare them. We brought him to the hospital, that is, a temporary location for receiving the wounded, and then the hospital will examine him and decide what to do. That is, they either leave him there for some time, like for Well, it depends on the severity of the concussion. 5 days, a week, maybe 3 days. Or, if something is wrong, they transfer him to a hospital in the cities, in Zaporizhzhia, in Dnipro, depending on the patient's condition. If there is serious injury, they usually transport to a hospital. Maybe you put fleece jacket over the wounded. Is it cold? Maybe some water. Just don't rush it. And this is his stuff. Take it. That's it. How many times a day can this happen? It depends. It depends on the activity. Well, it's been quiet for the last few days, so there are a few per day. And when it's active, there can be up to 200 wounded per day, depending on the activity at the front. Like this video and share it with your friends. Here you get more tired, even when there is no work, and in general, even if it is quiet for 2 days, you feel much more tired. At first, I could not understand why. My boyfriend said to me, maybe it's because you're at war. I'm interested in paramedicine itself as such. It is very interesting to work with doctors, especially at the stabilisation point. And I also want to be useful when you realize that you save at least 1 or 2 lives here. It is already a lot. We assisted a surgeon in performing an operation and removed a piece of a car tire with a cord. I have a photo. Yes, one foot was almost completely gone. The bone was completely crushed. The artery was not even there. I mean, it was all the way through. It was totally open. You can imagine if a piece of tire, which is a soft thing, got through the metal of the car's body. I have a photo. Yes, show it. Most of the wounded do not want to leave at all. They want to come back as soon as possible. We have to explain that it is better to be examined and treated, so it will be better to return. In our practice, we have never had anyone who wants to rest. Everyone is motivated. They want to liberate Ukraine as soon as possible. Yes, there was a wounded soldier who was on duty for 15 hours, did not eat or drink to avoid going to the toilet. As I understand, at some point his replacement did not come, and he did this in order not to leave his position. And then he was concussed, and the doctors had to work hard a lot. Because he had not been drinking for so long, he was dehydrated. His blood pressure was very low, it dropped. And with a concussion, you can't give a lot of fluids, so they had to pour fluid into his blood, but they could not. So we tried to stabilize him for a long time, and then we transported him. Yes, he said he had not had a vacation in 13 months. And still he wanted to go back, because the guys, how can they stay alone without him? I mean, really, yes, such devotion. You are sometimes surprised by such devotion. Is that an infantryman? Yes, it was someone from the infantry. People donate to the hospitals. The fact is that evacuation is a very expensive thing in general. You have to fill up the car, repair the car. If you do the math, we drive about 3,000 kilometers per rotation. If you count the fuel alone, it comes to a considerable amount of money. In addition, medicines, consumables, everything related to medicine is expensive. The evacuation is very expensive. We are also fully equipped with ammunition, clothes, everything. But we have no salary, we are volunteers. We are still working and will continue to work. As I said, the main motivation is that victory will not come by itself. If we want to live in our homes, we have to do something about it. It's noisy there. Maybe we will have to work at night. Plus, there will be work at night. Now we need to fill up the fuel reserves, and there is a likelihood. That is, there is a high probability that there will be work at night. Thanks to our sponsors,